Hi, my name is Alex Lao.
And I am Raquel Lao.
This is the Lao Law Firm podcast, where we discuss legal and sometimes non legal issues. We're both lawyers who practice in the entire state of Florida, from the Panhandle down to Miami. We're located here in Tampa Bay, Florida, but as we say, we practice in all counties of this state. To give you a little bit of a background, I was admitted to the practice of law in Florida in 1999 and have been practicing law for the past 25 years. I'm also board certified in civil trial, which means I have expertise recognized by the Florida Bar in trying cases such as car crashes.
And I have been practicing law since 2008. For the past 16 years, I've been committed to only representing personal injury and wrongful death clients. Our practice in Lao Law Firm is focused on injured persons, personal injury and wrongful death cases such as car crashes and slip falls. We represent plaintiffs, the persons that were hurt by another person's fault. We do not represent the persons that caused the accident.
And today's topic: so you were injured in a car accident. What do you do next? And just a disclaimer, remember, we are Florida attorneys, and we're only giving you advice from our state and from the standpoint from a person that was hurt due to the negligence or the fault of another driver. Other lawyers are free to disagree with what we say and may even offer you other or additional advice. If your accident was in another state or another country, please seek an attorney that practices in your jurisdiction. Now let's get back to the accident. You're sitting there in traffic, you're hit by another person, and you're hurt. Let's start off with the first major point out of the 6 main points that we picked out.
Number one, call the police. Why? To keep everyone safe. The police are experts in clearing the roads, directing traffic, so that no one else gets hurt. They get tow trucks and coordinate ambulances. And you want to make sure that there's documentation of the accidents.
Number 2, we listed take photographs. Now, almost everybody has a cell phone, whether it's an iPhone, an Android. Most people don't carry those old cameras anymore. But if you have a way of taking photographs, whether it's a camera on your iPhone or you actually have a camera itself, once the cars are cleared or you're able to move around in traffic, you can get out of your car and take photographs. Remember, once the accident's done, you might never be able to recreate that accident for another person. Once you get to trial, each side tells their recollection of how an accident happened. It's much easier to explain and prove to a jury how the accident happened and the magnitude of the impact by having as many photographs of each of the vehicles involved as possible. Because as we know, as the days go by, cars are later unavailable because they get totaled, so they get taken to the recycling plant. Cars get repaired, so you don't know what was damaged. So you may never be able to show to a jury when you go to trial how bad that accident happened or how bad that accident was. So take pictures of the vehicles, the damage. I would just take the photograph of the vehicle around the entire outside of the vehicle, including the inside, especially if there's damage to the inside, such as airbag exploding, any type of road or skid marks on the road. Take a picture of the other person's driver's license, front and back. Take a picture of the other person's license plate as well as their insurance card. And just make sure you keep those photographs and you save them, because you're going to need to give those to your insurance company or to a possible attorney later on.
And number three, get the names and contact of the other driver or other drivers involved in the accident if there's multiple cars, and also of any witnesses. The witnesses are key to proving that the other person caused the accident. I recommend carrying a pen and paper in your glove box in case your phone is not working. Many clients tell me that they're in an accident and at the scene the other driver apologizes. You want to make note of that. By the time I take the deposition of the defendant driver, the story changes and they blame the client. So witnesses are very important. Make sure you note your injuries at the scene of the accident. When asked if you're hurt at the scene by anyone, tell them what hurts. Even if it's minor, just let them know. Tell the police officer, even if it's just a cut here, a cut there, a little soreness. Make sure it's documented. If the other driver is a minor, so if they're under the age of 18, see if you could get the parents' information. A lot of times the parents do come to the scene of the accident, see if you can get their information.
Fourth point that we like to talk about is seeking medical attention. Now, these aren't things that you have to do in the order that we said they should take place, but you should obviously seek medical attention if you are injured in the car accident, whether you're going to a hospital, a doctor's walk-in clinic, your primary care doctor, or a local chiropractor. Do it as soon as possible, because the most important thing is to get better. And you have 14 days under your own auto insurance to use your personal injury protection policy. If you don't treat within those 14 days, you actually forfeit that $10,000 in benefits.
Brings us to number 5. Call an attorney so you know your rights. They will help preserve your claim, guide you through as to who needs to be contacted insurance-wise. They know how to do a demand and how to file a lawsuit on your behalf. You know, in the state of Florida last year, in March of 2023, a new bill passed that shortens the statute of limitations in these types of cases. It basically cuts it in half, so you have to act rather quickly. What do you do if the car is owned by a different person than who is driving? What if the other driver was in the course and scope of employment? What if the driver was drinking and driving? These are all factual scenarios and specific legal methods that a Florida law firm, such as Lao Law Firm, are equipped to tackle that a person on their own would find it difficult. And remember, I have represented lawyers and doctors when they were involved in accidents. Even they know to hire someone that does this for a living versus tackling the case on their own. The adjusters from these huge insurance companies spend their money to hire experienced lawyers to fight your claim and diminish your case's value rather than pay you the value it's worth. If they paid everyone what was asked, they would be bankrupt. When you talk to a lawyer, be honest. You do a disservice when you highlight only the good things about your case and you deny having any prior accidents or lawsuits and keep that information from your lawyer. So number 5, call an attorney. They know what to do. They're here to help you.
Number 6, we listed as contact your insurance company to report the accident. Many insurance companies and the contracts say that within a few days, sometimes within 24 hours or within 48 or 36 hours, you have to report the accident to your own insurance company. Because if you don't, you could avoid some of the parts of your policy that you've actually paid for. They're going to work out for you, sometimes with the other insurance company, how and who's going to pay for what property damage to each vehicle. They'll even sometimes help recover your deductible if you're not at fault. They're going to open up your PIP file so that you can treat, PIP being your personal injury protection file, so that you can go to the doctor, so you can go to see a chiropractor to go start treating you within the 14 days of the accident. But in addition to these things, there are other important notes we wanted to tell you. Do not use your social media platforms to talk about your accident or post your life story after being involved in an accident. The courts will allow at some point in time these defense attorneys to use the pictures, the posts, and the messages you place on social media against you in trial. So, for instance, if you're in front of a jury in trial describing how you're permanently injured from an accident, but you're tagged in a Facebook post doing a marathon months after the accident, your social media accounts can be used to destroy your case.
So just to wrap up those 6 main points, number 1, call the police. Number 2, take photos. Number 3, get the contact information of the other driver, any other drivers of vehicles involved, and witnesses to the accident. Number 4, seek medical attention as soon as possible. Number 5, call an attorney. And number 6, contact your insurance company.
Having said that, we hope that this was very helpful. Once again, this is Attorney Alex Lao.
This is Raquel Lao.
And we're both lawyers from Lao Law Firm here in Tampa Bay, serving all of Florida. We could be contacted at 813-505-5602 for any of your legal issues or to talk more about any questions that you may have. Don't feel obligated to comment, but if you have any positive comments or have any questions or topics that you would rather us talk about in the future, please list those in your comments. Don't forget to rate this video and subscribe to our channel. Comments below with any other legal questions you may have. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And that's all for today, but tune in next time. We'll help cover how to select an attorney.